Hello and welcome back to the Trainers of the World Tournament. I'm your host DeltaTDS, and today for match number 160, we've got the Galar gym leader Kabu going up against the Dome Ace Tucker. Both of these trainers have lost 2 games throughout this tournament, though Kabu's record is currently 6-2, Tucker's is currently 8-2. So there's one that's objectively better. But both these trainers have fought many strong trainers along the way. By the end of the day, only one of these two can make it to the top 8. Kabu's got the Gigantamax Scorch. Tucker has the Mega Swampert. And once these trainers are ready, we can begin game number 1. Kabu starting off with the Chandelure. Tucker starting off with the Arcanine. Arcanine intimidating the Chandelure, not going to do anything to it. Shadow Ball doing 42% and getting that special defense drop as Psychic Fangs does 35% to Chandelure. Chandelure going for another Shadow Ball, getting another special defense drop on Arcanine, leaving it with 3%. One more Shadow Ball does take out that Arcanine. And Tucker is the first Pokemon to lose, or first trainer to lose a Pokemon. God, it's already hit me. Shadow Ball doing 64% to Charizard. Earthquake does finish off that Chandelure. Kabu sending out his own Arcanine, intimidating the Charizard, but restoring it with that White Herb. Extreme Speed takes out that Charizard, and Tucker sends out that Salamence, intimidating the Arcanine. A lot of intimidating going on here. Honestly, holding an Adrenaline Orb would be useful. Kabu switching out to the Torkoal, setting up the Sun as Tucker goes for that Dragon Dance. Earthquake doing 88% to Torkoal. Heat Crush doing 17% to Salamence. Another Earthquake does take out that Torkoal. And it's currently 4v4 right now. Even game. Arcanine intimidating that attack boost away. Earthquake takes out that Arcanine, leaving Kabu with 3 Pokemon left. The Ninetales, Scorch, and that Salazzle. He is going to send out that Scorch. Kabu's going to Dynamax that Scorch, only taking 23% from that Earthquake. Max Darkness doing 54% and getting the special defense drop on Salamence. Dragon Claw doing 26% to Scorch. Flutterby will take out that Salamence. And Scorch only has 1 turn of G-Max left, as well as 2 turns of Sun left. Tucker gonna send out the Metagross now. Zen Headbutt doing 34% to Scorch. Max Flutterby with the crit takes out that Metagross, leaving Tucker with 2 Pokemon remaining. Mystical Fire will take out that Scorch. Kabu's going to send out the Salazzle here. Dragon Pulse is going to do 62% to Latios. Psychic takes out that Salazzle. And Ninetales is Kabu's last Pokemon here. Setting up the Sun once more. Mystical Fire lowers the special attack. Ninetales goes for a Calm Mind, negating that special attack drop. Extra Sensory doing 7% to Latios. Mystical Fire with the crit keeps lowering that special attack. Ninetales is going to suffer from it. Just Calm Minding as much as it can. Mystical Fire barely doing anything to Ninetales, activating the Guava Berry. And the Sun is no more for the rest of this game. Latias going for a Calm Mind as Ninetales goes for its 5th Calm Mind. And it is maxed out on special defense. Mystical Fire doing 5%. You know, I liked the God, what was it? Evoltal against the Milotic match better. See, that one was a lot more fun to watch. This one, this is what I was talking about. Just two Pokemon chipping each other away. Ugh. Psychic doing 23% to Ninetales. As Flamethrower with the crit takes out that Latias, and it's just Swampert left. Gonna Mega Evolve that Swampert, doing 6.9%. Waterfall takes out that Ninetales, and Swampert helps Tucker take game number 1. We saw the Life Orb on that Metagross. We saw Intimidate on Arcanine and Salamence. And the White Herb on that Charizard. We saw every move from that Ninetales as well as the Guava Berry on it. We saw a Drought on Ninetales and Torkoal. Intimidate on Arcanine. And that's about it. We are back on the field for game number 2. And we're going to see if Kabu can take this to game number 3, or if Tucker will continue representing Hoenn in this tournament and actually knock out Galar from this tournament. By the end of this match, one of these two regions will be knocked out of this tournament. Tucker starting off with the Charizard as Kabu sends out that Torkoal, starting up the Sun. Earthquake doing 37% as Torkoal sets up a Stealth Rock. Earthquake doing 41% to Torkoal. Body Press doing 20% to Charizard. Another Earthquake does finish off that Torkoal. And Kabu's going to send out the Chandelure now. Going for a Shadow Ball doing 59% to Charizard. Earthquake doing 70% to Chandelure. One more Shadow Ball does take out that Charizard, making it 5v5 right now. Sending out the Salamence, already taking a quarter of damage from those Stealth Rocks as it intimidates that Chandelure. Shadow Ball doing 52% to Salamence as it goes for a Dragon Dance. Earthquake will take out that Chandelure. And Kabu's going to send out that Arcanine now. Extreme Speed takes out that Salamence before it can wreak any more havoc. And Tucker sends out that Swampert. Mega Evolving that Swampert. Arcanine's going for Play Rough, doing 21%. Waterfall doing 93% to Arcanine. Switching out to the Arcanine, intimidating Arcanine. Play Rough doing 11% to Arcanine. Extreme Speed's doing 20%. Another Extreme Speed takes out Arcanine. And Kabu's going to send out the Salazzle now. Extreme Speed doing 50% to Salazzle as Foul Play takes out Arcanine. And Tucker's going to send out the Metagross now. Flamethrower will take out Metagross in just one simple hit. Tucker sends out the Latias. Dragon Pulse doing 62% to Latias. Psychic will take out that Salazzle, bringing it to 2v2 now as Kabu sends out that Ninetales. Mystical Fire doing 21%. Going for Solar Beam doing 9%. Oh boy, here we go again. See, this time, Ninetales can switch out. Kabu's gonna switch out to the Sense of Scorch. Mystical Fire doing 32% to it. Gonna Dynamax the Sense of Scorch. Max Darkness will take out that Latias. And Tucker is left with just that Swampert. That's left at 51%. Waterfall takes out the Sense of Scorch. Flame Body burns this Swampert. And Ninetales is sent out. Solar Beam takes out the Swampert. And Kabu, on his last Pokemon, takes game number 2, which means we are going to a game 3. Damn, that was close. We didn't see anything from the Metagross that game, or really anything much new from Tucker's side. We saw the Stealth Thrust from the Torkoal, Rocky Helmet from Arcanine, and the Foul Play from that Salazzle, which could be a very useful tool for that Swampert. We are back on the field for game number 3, and we're going to see which of these trainers will be moving on to the top 8 and which region will be knocked out of this tournament. Tucker starting off with Salamence, Kabu starting off with Torkoal. Salamence is going to go ahead and intimidate that Torkoal, lowering that attack. Kabu switching out to the Chandelure as Salamence gets that free Dragon Dance. Going for a second Dragon Dance as Chandelure goes for Shadow Ball, doing 55% to it. Earthquake will take out that Chandelure. And Kabu's gonna send out that Arcanine. Extreme Speed is doing 33%. Earthquake takes out that Arcanine. And Kabu sends back out that Torkoal. Earthquake doing 88% to Torkoal as Body Press takes out that Salamence. Tucker's gonna send out the Charizard. Earthquake will take out that Torkoal, leaving Kabu with 3 Pokemon left. Kabu's sending out the Ninetales. Earthquake with the crit takes out Ninetales. It's not looking too good for Kabu here, as he sends out that Sense of Scorch now. Getting G-Max Sense of Scorch. Flare Blitz is doing 38%. Max Darkness taking out the Charizard. And Tucker's going to send out that Arcanine. Flare Blitz doing 35% to Sense of Scorch. Max Darkness doing 39% to Arcanine. Flare Blitz does finish off that Sense of Scorch. And Kabu's left with that Salazzle. Extreme Speed doing 48% to Salazzle. Foul Play taking out the Arcanine. And Tucker's left with that Swampert. Or sends out the Swampert, not left with it. Foul Play doing 31% to Swampert. Critical Hit, Waterfall takes out the Salazzle. And Tucker takes game number 3, which means he'll be moving on to the final 8. Representing Hoenn and taking Galar out of the tournament. It was a very close game. I mean, it could have been either trainer's game. He'll be going on to round 6, where he will be facing off against the Pokemon trainer Ryuki. Absolute truck of a trainer. But join us Monday, where we will be seeing the second to last match of round 5 between the Johto Gym Leader Faulkner and the Indigo Elite Four Koga. Thank you so much for watching, and until then, take care.